Chapter 10. Aladdin. Let us begin. Teacher, did you read the news today? Suresh. Yes, ma'am. A little boy was kidnapped. Teacher, do you know when it happened? Suresh. I did not understand the news properly. I think it was in the noontime. Teacher, what should you do when your parents have gone out? Sheila. We should bolt the doors and windows securely. Ravi. If someone knocks at the door, what should we do? Teacher, you should peep through the magic eye and see if you know the person very well or not. Ravi, but should I open the door, ma'am? Teacher, it's better that you don't open the door and let anyone in. Do not answer at all. This is a safety measure. Children, yes, thank you, ma'am. Teacher, now let us read a beautiful story. Let us read. Long ago, a boy called Aladdin lived with his mother. They were very poor, for Aladdin's father had died when he was very small. One day, as Aladdin walked through the bustling market, he was greeted by a stranger who held out 2 golden coins. Aladdin had never seen so much money. At last I have found you, cried the stranger. 1 a.m. your father's brother. I have been wandering in strange lands, and only just now heard of my poor brother's death. Aladdin had never heard of his father having a brother. He would have been suspicious of the wealthy stranger, but he was dazzled by the gold coins, and led the man to his home. Aladdin and his mother welcomed the stranger as one of the family. They used the coins to buy food and drink for him, and treated him well. I have seen your eyes sparkle as you listened to my stories of faraway places. Come with me now, and I will show you something strange and wonderful, much nearer home. Without hesitating, Aladdin followed the visitor out of the city and into the hills. Although his uncle was kind to him, Aladdin began to be a little frightened as the sun went down. In a wooded valley, the visitor lit a fire and threw some magic power into it. By the eerie light of the flames, Aladdin felt he was seeing the man for the first time. Far from being a kind uncle, he was actually a wicked wizard who needed Aladdin for a special task. The wizard showed the terrified boy a passageway leading into the hillside. Go down the steps, he said, but do not touch the gold and jewels that you see. In the furthest room you will find an old lamp. Bring that lamp to me. But first take this ring. It will protect you. Trembling, Aladdin did as he was told. But as he was nearing the entrance, holding the lamp he had found, Aladdin heard the wizard muttering to himself. He said, "Soon I will have the lamp, and I can kill that stupid boy." Aladdin wrung his hands in despair. In doing so, he rubbed the ring that the wizard had given him. All at once, there was a flash of light, and an enormous genie appeared before him. "I am the genie of the ring. What is your command, O master?" he said. "I'd like to go home," stammered Aladdin. At once it was done. The next morning, as Aladdin slept, his mother found the old lamp. It looked in need of a good polish, so she took a rag and gave it a rub. At once a genie towered above her. "I am the genie of the lamp," he said. "What is your command?" Aladdin was awakened by the noise. "Our troubles are over, mother," he said. Aladdin and his mother lived very comfortably after that. But one day Aladdin chanced to catch sight of the emperor's daughter, the princess, and he fell in love. The genie gave him gold jewels and a palace. The emperor was happy to see Aladdin wealthy, and then Aladdin and the princess were married. Aladdin and his wife were happy, but the wicked wizard had not forgotten the lamp. He disguised himself as a lamp seller and walked through the streets calling new lamps for old, new lamps for old. The princess, anxious to please her husband, took out the old lamp and exchanged it for a new one. At once the wicked wizard rubbed the old lamp. With the help of the genie he flew away to Africa, taking Aladdin's palace and the lovely princess with him. When Aladdin discovered what had happened, he was beside himself with grief. Then he thought to rub the wizard's ring. "What is your command?" "Zero, master," asked the genie of the ring. "Take me to my wife," begged Aladdin. In an instant he was by her side. The princess was overjoyed to see her husband again, and she was as clever as she was beautiful. That night she drank the wizard's wine so that he fell into a deep sleep. Aladdin made sure that the wizard would never trouble him again. Then, with his princess by his side, he rubbed the lamp and wished for all his former happiness to be restored to him. So, let us recite a spring song. See the yellow catkins cover all the slender willows over, and on mossy banks so green, star-like primroses are seen, and their clustering leaves below white and purple violets grow. Hark, the little lambs are bleating, and the cawing rooks are meeting. In the elms a noisy crowd, and all the birds are singing loud. There the first white butterfly in the sun goes flitting by,